What's good people, it's Ocean here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm Ocean, as I said. I'm a music producer, I make beats all the time and I show people how to produce. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make your hi-hats better, how to make them more interesting, how to improve them. Somebody suggested this in the comments, so I'm gonna put the comment here. Shout out to you for the idea, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how I do my hi-hats, how I try to make them as interesting as possible, give them variation and all that kind of stuff. Before I get into it, I just wanna say I have released my new drum pack called Atlantic. It's out now, links in the description below. If you want some sick drum sounds, especially if you're making trap beats, this is the kit that you need. I don't even use any kits anymore, I'm just using my own kit. This is my first drum kit. I got the MIDI kit out. If you haven't got that already, make sure you cop that. But I got the drum kit now and it comes with so many different sounds. It's got claps, 808s, kicks, hi-hats. If you've seen my last few videos, then you've seen me using this kit before. So if you want it, click that link in the description. It's $29, I think. So yeah, go cop that. And before I get into the video too, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the family, hit that notification bell so you get a noti every single time I post. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get into it. So the first thing I've got is a vocal chop from a song called It Was Always You, and here's how it sounds. Then we got a melody to go underneath it. Then I got another melody, this is like the atmospheric pad. Then we got claps. Some perks. Then we've got the kick as well. And that's all I got so far for the beat. So now I'm gonna add in my hi-hats. So what I'm gonna do is pull it up in Ultra Beat. And bear in mind, I mean, even though I'm using Logic, these principles basically apply to any DAW, it doesn't really matter. You can apply to FL Studio, to Logic, it doesn't matter. Got the hi-hats. So I'm just gonna drag one in. And I'm gonna put it over all of these and I'm gonna make it 1/8 because I want this. Might even change that. What I'm going to say now is specific for Logic. If you're using Logic and you're using Ultra Beat, then you want to put this pitch down to C2. This doesn't apply for FL Studio because when you put the hi-hats in FL Studio, I'm pretty sure that it already comes pitched and you can change up the pitches. But in Logic, you cannot unless you change the pitches here. After you do that, you're going to drag it into your playlist. You're going to click it and then you're going to drag it back up to C4. So it's like this still. So when I'm making hi-hats, I just want to listen to it and kind of get a feeling of where I want to put some rolls in or some pitch changes. So I'm just going to listen. One thing I like to do when I'm doing with my hi-hats is I like to change the pitches of some hats. So maybe I might drag 2 down here, drag 4 down here. Then I could even put some up as well. Another thing that you can do to make your hi-hats interesting as well, to give it a bounce, this is specifically if you want to give it a bounce, I'd say, is you want to take out some hi-hats. So I might take out one here. And then another way that I like to add in some variation is to chop them up. You could chop this into 2. or you can even chop it again. And again, when you're chopping and you're making rolls, you want to listen out for where you think rolls can go. So I'm just going to give it a listen and try and think about where I want to put the rolls. So I want to put one here. On this one, I'm going to put a chop here and a chop here. Okay, another way to make your beats interesting is to chop them into triplets. Chop your hats into triplets, and that's where you get the kind of sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do that now. First of all, I'm going to join those up, and then I'm going to chop it into thirds. For me, this is guesswork. I don't really use the grid. I'm just going to do it by ear. And that's how you can do a triplet. You could even make your triplet quicker if you wanted to. Just doing it over two MIDI notes and then chopping them into thirds again. I'm going to leave it how it was. And another thing that you can do when you want to add variation to your hi-hats is changing the velocities of some of your hats, just making them random. You could do this manually by just clicking on your notes and doing it like that, dragging this velocity bar down. Or you could select all of them, go into functions, go into MIDI transform and choose random velocity, and then you can mix this up here. Use the map and then just like drag your arrow up and down in different places, and you're going to get random pitches. What you can do as well in the rolls, you can make one velocity really high, and then as the rolls go on, you can lower the velocity so it gets quieter. And that's how you can give variation to your hi-hats. Basically, the things that you want to do when you're adding variation to your hi-hats is maybe removing a hi-hat to add some bounce, adding some rolls, adding some triplets, change up the velocity, change up the pitches. And you want to listen to your beat and get a feeling of what you want to do with your hi-hats. And that's how I do mine. It works for any DAW. You don't, as I said, even though I'm using Logic and there's certain things that are specific to Logic, the principles are the same. You can use it for FL Studio, for Ableton, it doesn't matter. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below what you think, if this helps you improve your hi-hats. I hope it does. If you want to have sounds like me, make sure you check out my new drum pack called Atlantic. The link is in the description below. Go cop that, trust me, it's worth it. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.